Episode 249. Huang Xiaoshen's relentless shouts finally caught the attention of the players who had been about to chase Lord Grimm. Some instinctively glanced back, and their gazes were instantly locked in place. So dazzling. Maybe I shouldn't think that way, but it really was too magnificent. The only word to describe the way their own companion was being dominated was spectacular. The blue light sword in Lu Mu's hand looked ordinary, but the radiance it now shone with was dazzlingly swift. Each sword flash was a fleeting marvel, gone before it could be savored, only to be instantly replaced by the next. One after another, the streaks of light wove into a dazzling, interlocking web. With each flash of light, crimson blossoms bloomed from the body of the beleaguered Blade Master. The scene became a spectacle of both beauty and brutality. More and more players came to a halt. More and more players turned to look, and even more stood there dumbstruck, watching with wide eyes, completely forgetting to lend a hand. Such a fluid combo. You'd only expect to see that in a highlight reel. Forget a real fight. Even against a motionless training dummy, none of us could pull it off that smoothly.
This guy is incredible.
Finally, someone couldn't hold back and blurted out at those words. Only then did the others realize their companion was about to die by that sword.
Everyone, attack together!
Someone shouted. Everyone sprang into action, though not in perfect unison. But to watch a fellow player die right before your eyes when you could lend a hand, that was just unconscionable.
Where's the cleric?
Heal first. Heal up, someone shouted in a fluster. But when they looked, they realized their party of 14 had no cleric. Machine gun fire roared. A launcher in the team had already unleashed a Gatling gun, its bullets streaking in a straight line as a flash of sword light cut through. Lu Mu unleashed a triple slash. The launcher, thinking he needed to dodge, quickly snapped his gun up and fired at the spot where the triple slash was about to land. But after the first slash, he changed direction. After the second, he pivoted again, returning completely to his original position. The launcher's Gatling gun barrage had already been baited, its bullets wasted on empty air.
Triangular triple slash!
Among the players who witnessed this directional triple slash, someone called out the name of the maneuver, triple slash. This maneuver isn't particularly difficult, but the same move executed by different players can yield vastly different results. Huang Xiaoshen's Blade Master technique was undeniably flawless. The dazzling swordplay, combined with that perfectly executed triple slash, and his never-ceasing stream of chatter. Everyone now understood deeply that the Blade Master before them was a true master. His level 27 status shouldn't be a reason to underestimate him. His style even bears a striking resemblance to a certain top-tier pro. At that very moment, the Blade Master under Lu Mu's sword finally faltered. The rescue attempt had come too late. The Blade Master's body was sent flying by a single slash from Lu Mu, was already a corpse.
That's what Chash deserves!
Huang Xiaoshen concluded his rapid-fire string of move names.
He's strong, but he's only level 27.
There's no need to waste our time on him.
Whether it was out of a desire to escape or genuine self-control, one player in the crowd spoke up. That point is certainly valid. No matter how strong Lu Mu is at level 27, he can't enter the level 31 Line Valley. It's the same as if Lord Grimm were killed and lost a ton of experience. It wouldn't change the fact that he's a powerhouse. But in that case, Lord Grimm would need to spend time making up the lost experience, as well as restoring the red, tinted attributes that fell below the level threshold. In Glory, red equipment means its durability is about to hit 0 and it urgently needs repairs. Red stats carry a similar meaning. They signal an urgent need to regain experience. Complete the level restoration to regain your stats. A red character may have the same level, but they definitely won't have the stats that level should provide. How big the gap is depends entirely on how much experience they're missing. In theory, a level 30 character could have stats at level 0. Skills can also be read, and only by recovering the lost experience can they be fixed. That was the guild's goal with Lord Grimm's team. But they didn't need to waste that time on this Lu Mu. This character only had 27 episodes to begin with. He was never a threat to begin with. Whether out of cold logic or a desire to escape, everyone silently agreed. Everyone silently slipped away, one by one, as if nothing had happened. Lu Mu didn't give chase. He slowly retreated behind a tree and sat down on the spot. Even the strongest god-tier player is powerless without mana. Wielding only a level 25 blue light sword, his damage output was decidedly mediocre. On top of that, Lu Mu was 6 levels below his opponent. The damage and resistance from the level difference were significant. Huang Xiaoshen's Sky Strike on this character drained a full 90% of Lu Mu's mana. Lu Mu discovered his inventory was completely empty. If they attacked him now, his only option would be to keep running. But in the end, the other side had left. Huang Xiaoshen heard the parting remark, but he harbored no doubts about it and offered no comment. This just goes to show that Huang Xiaoshen's trash talk is absolutely under his complete control. In a situation with no mana and virtually no combat power, he didn't utter a single word. No food, no potions, and just sitting around won't do much for recovery. Trying to auto-regen like this, the speed from 0 to full, is the same as recovering from near death. From 0 to 100, with no mana regeneration stats whatsoever, it must be 10 minutes.
Where'd that guy run off to?
Huang Xiaoshen thought. Lu Mu leaned half his body out to look, only to find a leg swinging right at his face. Huang Xiaoshen was sharp as a tack. He immediately made Lu Mu roll backward. The last of his mana wasn't entirely useless. He unleashed a swift draw slash, cleaving toward the shadowy figure. The figure darted back behind the tree, and the slash bit into the trunk, slicing off 2 chunks of bark. Huang Xiaoshen heard a voice from behind the tree.
Looks like we should party up.
It was Ye Xi's voice. Huang Xiaoshen let out a long, relieved sigh.
Did you lose them all?
No, I'll be right there.
I'm out of mana.
Lord Grimm reached into his pocket, gave a flick of his wrist, and tossed some food, drinks, and health and mana potions onto the ground.
I look down on you carrying so much stuff.
Huang Xiaoshen kept up his taunts as he gathered the items.
I'm playing an online game here.
Ye Xiu understood Huang Xiaoshen's point perfectly. A character's encumbrance should always be kept as low as possible. Loading up your inventory with potions just for convenience was a surefire way to cripple your combat effectiveness. The higher your skill, the more this matters. After Lu Mu had gathered all the items into his own pockets, Huang Xiaoshen immediately had him sit down and start drinking a beverage to recover his mana.
I'm heading out first. Cover me. Cover what? And Li Wang even paying attention to you.
As Ye Xiu spoke, Lord Grimm was already sprinting away. From all around the woods came the sound, "Shouts of, there he is, over there!" echoed through the woods. Characters kept emerging from the tree shadows, chasing after Lord Grimm's escape route. Some of them practically brushed past Lu Mu, who was still sitting on the ground. But they seemed to look right through him.
There's another person here.
Without a second thought, they continued their pursuit of Lord Grimm.
Help me get a sword drop, Woya. This blue lightsaber is just the worst.
Meanwhile, Huang Xiaoshen was still messaging Ye Xiu, chattering away.
Do you have any common sense? These guys are all over level 30. The gear they drop, can you even use it?
Online games are such a hassle. Huang Xiaoshen awkwardly tried to cover up this rookie mistake. It had been years since he'd touched an MMO, always using his top-tier account, troubling Rain. The concept of equipment level requirements had become so foreign to him, he didn't even think of it. With the horde of players in hot pursuit, he switched to sprint mode. They weaved and dodged, their fingers cramping from the frantic inputs. The 2 pros, however, paid no mind to the plight of the average players. Leveraging their superior APM, they even found time to chat, firing off messages mid-chase.